Be the realest shit I never wrote. I ain't writing this shit, by the way, nigga. Some real shit was to be the realest shit you ever quote. Yeah, president is black, my Lambo's blue. Now they got damned if my rims say if I'm ain't at home, I'm blessed in the jail. Trying to make a break. Everybody see the scale now, president is
Yo, we back. We back for another episode of Shot of Sports Path Podcast. It was supposed to be a couple more of us, but bear with us. We missing some of the crew today. It's been a long day for a lot of people. A lot of people. So good day for some. It's a new day. We learned a lot about our country today. We learned a lot about each other. Um, so we're gonna talk about. We're definitely gonna get in our sports today. Definitely a little bit of football, some NFL. Um, Mid-season awards we're gonna hand out, um, as well as talk some NBA. The NBA season has started. Ain't watched a ton, but we're gonna try to give us a little bit of NBA preview. So what's going on, C?
Man, not much, man. Just want to give a quick shout out. Change up my shirt, not Hughes. I started my high school coaching career at Cincinnati College Preparatory Academy,
Did they
CCPA.
win last weekend? They won last weekend, right?
Yeah, yeah. So they in the second round of the playoffs. So just showing them some love, man. That's still family over there.
Facts. So one of the things that we're gonna do something a little different tonight. Just little quick segment. We usually don't get too political, um, or really off topic of sports, but I kind of want to know where C's head is. How you feeling about the election? What you think, C?
Man, I don't. We knew the outcome of this election months ago.
Great.
I didn't. I went to sleep last night knowing the outcome this morning. I was never shocked at the results. Um, you got when you got a group of people who's telling their significant other who to vote for, and they're the majority. There's no beating that. This
So
is, but
I got a question for you. Is there anything that Kamala could have did differently to
yes,
maybe make it, bridge that gap? Because she got beat down pretty bad.
yeah. There's So I used to be big into politics until it became this big joke. But one of the things she could have did better, which is the same mistake Hillary made, she ran a campaign based on Trump's bad, Trump's this, Trump's that. We get that. We understand that. What are you going to do for the people? Hillary did the same thing. It was don't vote for Trump. He's this, that, and a third. That's fine. Now, what are you going to do for the people? And
Yeah.
then Kamala took it a step further by everything she did was scripted. Trump is the complete opposite. Like he
So here's
just
my
says
here's
whatever, whenever.
here's what I would push back. I would push back on that just a little bit because we got to realize because what we do have to do is we have to understand it. Bro, she only could campaign for what a little over 100 days. Like
But that was set
to
up though.
yeah, well, that's my thing. Like she really didn't get a chance to put her best foot forward.
She
And
did.
to me that I put that more so on the Democratic Party. To me personally, we all knew Joe wasn't in the best of health when we elected. So
Hmm.
in my opinion, he should have already been making plans for Kamala to be that running man, that to be running in 4 years. Like he knew, bro. He knew he wasn't gonna be to be able to do a full 8.
But I don't think it was just him. She knew, and the Democratic Party knew. But I truly believe this was all done on purpose. The short amount of time is so we couldn't dig deeper into her past and all her, what she had going on prior to her being a
Well,
politician or whatever.
here's the thing though. We've had 4 years to kind of dig into her if we really wanted to.
We
Um,
didn't.
no, well, I mean we did because she's been our vice president for 4 years. So
vice president, but we ain't heard her. We haven't heard she just went along with what Joe was going with,
but
and Joe's approval rating was what 40% at some point.
what I thought you meant by we didn't get a chance to dig deeper into her was we didn't get it to nobody really still really knew her, and there were no facts out there about her. I feel like most people kind of knew what Kamala was somewhat about, just based off of her being a running. So that's what I was taking from
But we got people just recently where I was like, this is the second time she lost, and people like, what you talking about? I'm like, well, she ran for president. She just lost to Biden, and he threw her as vice president. Like they didn't know she actually ran for president prior.
that. Right. I
Like so
honestly,
we got people who just don't know. And again, the short campaign, I think that was a plot, so we couldn't go deeper into stuff. Like again, everything she did was scripted. Again, that goes with timing.
it
That
had to
goes with timing.
because it was a short amount of time.
But they did
Like,
that on purpose. You can't dissect something if it's a short amount of time.
Because honestly, did Joe actually? Joe said he wasn't run. He basically backed out of the race. Well, it ain't even been a year, right? If I'm correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
Yeah, it was. I want to say it was probably back in the spring, maybe early winter, or I mean late winter when he backed out. So at the same time, it's like you really don't have time. Like he didn't give her time. Like we knew Trump
had a little
was
over
running.
100-something days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We knew Trump was running probably maybe a year and a half ago. And she, and to give her a legit chance at this, they probably should have put her to the forefront about a year and a half. Like we should have.
That gives you more. So since we're a sports show, that's giving her more film. We get more film to break down, so she can't be a rookie phenom with more film. So
well, she lost anyway. So what do you? She lost anyway, and she lost by a wide margin. That's my point. It wasn't close.
But she lost because of the same mistakes the Democratic Party made with Hillary. They made it again. They kept running this campaign on let's be the first woman president, women supporting women, and all this.
Well, I think that, again, that's on the Democratic Party. They keep giving us these little. Unfortunately, they keep. First of all, can we not while you're trying to have the first black woman at that? Can we not at the national convention have girls up there twerking? Can we not have Meg Thee Stallion and them up performing? I have nothing against those women, but as we know, we kind of look at that as being slut culture anyway. So where are you putting that on display?
But you have Meg Thee Stallion twerking. I can watch that on YouTube. What are you gonna do for me, bro? And again, the Democrats keep doing this. They keep doing this. Like
she talked about the policies that she wanted to implement. I just don't think she talked enough about it. Like
because it wasn't in the script.
I think she no. Did you watch the debate? She cooked Trump in the debate, bro. The one debate they did, she cooked him.
No, she didn't cook him. She didn't cook him. So the debate went exactly how both parties wanted it. She stuck to the script. She had a game plan. She executed to perfection. Him, he went off script and he talked to his people, his supporters. Like when you say things like, I got the concept of a plan, and I go to work the next day and talk to a guy, he was like, yeah, I believe he does have a concept of a plan. We'll wait to see what that. He says things like that. His people don't care. Us, the regular people, like, what the hell is a concept of a plan?
Stupid. Like I felt like it was smart as heck for her to ask the question because he's talking once again. He's talking about repealing Obamacare. What are you putting in place? Answer that question. There was nothing he was completely stopped at that.
And that's what his people wanted.
But to be fair,
this campaign was he spoke to his people. He didn't speak to the Republican Party. He didn't speak to that. He spoke to his. I
think he spoke in general to people, and I think he understood the biggest frustration. Yes, the biggest frustration facing middle class in this country, which is everything being super expensive right now. The economy. That's the biggest issue. and I think he did a good job of speaking to how well the economy was during most of his tenure as president. What he left out is our economy started going to crap at the end of at the end of his tenure, which is what led to all of this. But to me, they didn't do enough job. The Democrats didn't do enough job of making sure people understood and mended that fence.
So the Democratic Party, they put all the eggs in the basket with Obama. After that, they've had not a ounce of a plan. They haven't even had a concept of a plan. Biden only got through because his Obama affiliation, and you got
No,
he
I
was
think
Obama's.
I think what got Biden through. I think what got Biden through was where we were at the time, as far as how sensitive everything was with COVID. Everybody was pissed off at COVID, and that's my point. And that's kind of what I've been thinking about. Is in reality, it's almost like everybody forgot how bad things were during COVID, and how bad his response was during COVID, and that's ultimately what lost him, in my opinion, the election. Was just how bad everything went with COVID. Like his response to COVID was horrible.
His response to COVID was absolutely awful. We completely agree with that there. The reason he lost, Biden didn't run a campaign against Trump. He basically said, listen, y'all, I'm gonna be like Obama, and y'all like what Obama did, so you gonna like what I did. His was simple to the point.
Yeah,
Hillary and Kamala did the same thing.
they're
Don't
also
vote
women.
for Trump. He's sexist. He's
Women.
this and that.
They're also women.
He,
There's a woman dynamic there, whether we want to admit it or not. There's some woman dynamic there. It may not be super prevalent, but there's a woman dynamic for sure.
again, like, and this is gonna sound funny, but one of my favorite movies ever is that Chris Rock Head of State. Again, one of the best lines from that movie, because even like Homecoming King, Prom King, whatever people running for, even mayor, whatever, the people who usually run their race usually are the ones that are successful. Like even in Ohio here, Bernie Moreno, why did he win? Sherrod Brown spent his whole campaign, don't vote for Bernie, he's bad for business. Bernie Moreno didn't say nothing about Sherrod Brown. Like this is where we are. We have to understand the American people.
Get it? I get it. Now, mind you, I wanna redirect something real quick, and then I think we're gonna kind of like pivot more to sports. But I do want to pivot. I do want to say something. Now we just said. Now I intentionally asked, what did Kamala do wrong? We know Donald Trump's. We've been through 4 years of Donald Trump. He is right now a convicted felon, which I was under the impression in the Constitution you couldn't hold public office if you were a felon. I don't know how this is happening. I'm still kind of perplexed at this, but I do understand. But it's like, wait a minute. We can talk about what she did wrong, but literally has a laundry list of counts of where he's touched women wrong. He has these. He is a felon, literally. In which, but here's the thing about when you're a felon, you can't even hold a gun, right? You can't go buy a gun, right?
All right.
Correct?
He won't need to. He got Secret Service.
No. He don't need to. Guess what? He got the codes to nukes, bro. What you going for? You gave a convicted felon nukes.
And
But
the
this
thing is, he
this is what people.
inappropriate behavior towards women.
But this is what people mean by we got to work hard, especially even black women. We got to be damn near perfect to do these things. Whereas Trump literally is a felon and can become president.
But
it's insane to me.
But it's insane.
It's insane to me, bro.
I don't want to get too deep into this, but one, money talks. But pretty much to wrap up last night's results, this is not me endorsing one candidate or the other. Clearly, this guy shouldn't be our president. This is a joke, but this is what America has become. But we fell right into his trap. He created a campaign on division. He divided a nation. And the first ounce of just clarity, what happens to us black folk? We fall right into that. All day it's been nothing but black women saying, "Oh, black men, you didn't have our back," and this and that and all that. Like, the one I saw was clever. It was when you need a place to live, when you need somebody to sign for your card, you either ask your old lady or your mama, and she black,
There was a to tie
something like
into
that.
that. To tie into that, what was it? She was down what 1 or 2% as far as black male votes, correct?
Yeah,
So
we
I got a question. I have a question though. Is that based off? That's based off of the black people who voted this year, right?
yeah.
So there were also I saw that there were like 20 million people that didn't vote this year.
Yeah.
So there's less people that voted this year. So that would it be fair to say that we do have a lot of black people that didn't vote in this election?
We had an extreme number of black people who didn't vote because the candidate options were worse and worser. Like, again, we can't fault a black man for not wanting to vote for her because of her history as a prosecutor. We can't fault him for that.
Hold on.
But we also have to give props to the black man who, I'm gonna have to actually say it now, black men like myself who I looked the other way. I kind of ignored that fact, and I wanted to, I voted for her just because I wanted to protect my sisters, my black women. I ignored that. I'm still sensitive to the fact that she locked up a bunch of guys that look like me.
Hold on. Can I interject on that? The whole prosecutor thing. I want to clean that up real quick. So, first of all, what's a prosecutor's job?
Lock people up.
Okay. So she did her job based off of, and hold on. She did her job based off of laws that were put in place. Laws that prosecutor does not make, a judge does not make. She did her job based off of being a prosecutor, being an attorney in that seat, based off of the laws that were put in place. Now, mind you, most of the people that she locked up, kind of deserve to be there. Some of them kind of deserve to be there. I'm just being fair.
Being fair. To be again, I hear what you're saying. It was a historical high number, like it was the highest in history. So
it was the highest in California. It was the highest in California. But again, that was literally her job. If she
the biggest state in the United States.
That was literally her job as a prosecutor.
But you don't have to make historical numbers using people that look like me. You don't have to.
Absolutely.
Take a case or two off, bro. Like just something. Like
no, I mean, take a case. Hold on. Technically, you can't. As a prosecutor, technically, you cannot just sit up there and say, "I'm not going to take this case." You can't do.
Well, look the other way.
Unless there's a contract there. Okay, then you're talking about an ethical issue. Then you're talking about license.
Her ethics
have to do your job.
She's a politician. Her ethics.
But no, as an attorney, like I know about this. As an attorney, ethically, you have to do your job. As you have these people who are actors in a case. You have the judge, you have the prosecutor, you have the defense attorney. She had to do her job as a prosecutor. You cannot sit up there and say, just, oh, don't do this. Like, bro, this is literally your job. Unless you quit. If you choose to quit, then that's on you.
Now, just optics wise, you have a historically high number of black men that you locked up, and you're married to a white man.
Okay.
As a black man,
it's frustrating. It's frustrating. But when did that happen? And it happened. It was in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
So in the 90s, what was the big thing in the 90s? The war on drugs, right? That was the big thing. The war on drugs. That wasn't a policy that was put out by Kamala. That was a policy that was put out by the Democratic Party at that. That was, well, somewhat George W. and fucking Bill Clinton, the motherfucker we all act like we wanted to love and invite to the party. That was them two motherfuckers. That was them two
Again,
motherfuckers.
I understand that. I'm talking for the simple optics.
I
Simple
get,
optics,
I get
surface
it.
level.
I
You
get
locked
it.
up a bunch of
But you
people
know,
that
but you
look
know,
like me.
I'm going beyond surface level though. I'm giving you what it really is.
Well,
Because that's what it
if
is.
you looked at Facebook today, nobody went beyond surface level. So I'm stooping down to the
Never
level of the
do.
common folk.
They never do. They never do.
I don't even know Buddy's name, William or something like that. I don't know. Theodore, whatever her husband name is. You
Theodore.
married him, but the DeMarcuses and the
Getting
Jawans is locked up. Come on, man.
very stereotypical right now. I don't know if I like the way this is going.
But I'm just using so why like it is
Facts, Tyrone. Facts. I get it, bro. I get it. You know, because you know how I feel about Serena. Like, you know, she's dating all these
again,
fools.
that's another one.
Trust me,
Like
trust me. I get it. I get the thought
we-
process behind it.
like listen,
It don't sound right.
Listen, this podcast, we support and we protect Black women, but optically, we got to say something because the first chance y'all get when an athlete goes, snowing, go skiing,
It's
y'all
a
be the
problem.
first one to say something.
It's definitely a problem.
But when the shoes on the other foot is, well, that's because we ain't about to do that game.
I agree. So, one last thing. This whole thought process, first of all, I do expect things to be a little frustrating. Because this time around with Trump, it is gonna be a little different. Because it appears that he's gonna have the House of Representatives. Republicans are winning the House right now.
Because we
As
just
well as the
voted for
Senate.
her and we
Yeah,
just voted for her and left.
For whatever reason, I don't
People
understand
voted for
why
her
people
and
don't.
left.
And there's a lot of people
Who
that
voted for her
I
left.
can tell did not go through social studies. That y'all failed it. Y'all slept in social studies. There's a checks and balances for a reason. Bro, the fact that he's about to potentially have Congress and the presidential seat, it's very scary. It's very
And
scary.
don't say your social study teacher was a football coach. That ain't it.
Nah,
You could have did
nah,
research on your own.
You literally just think that the president does everything. Bro,
Yeah.
Congress is important, bro.
I
Senate,
sat-
House of Representatives, those judicial seats, that shit matters.
When I voted,
It matters.
I literally saw 3 people do the same thing. Voted for her, dipped. I'm looking like,
It matters. The first
what are
time
we
he was
doing?
the first time he was in office, there was a lot of things he tried to implement that got blocked because Congress was mostly, guess what? It was Democratic. So a lot of things got blocked. He tried to, and they were not good things.
And this time around, he don't care.
And he got his people in there this time because there was a lot of Republicans that didn't mess with him last time. It was a lot of Republicans that didn't mess with him. He got his people in there now. Just saying. But I think we're gonna be all right. I think it's gonna be
gonna be all right.
4 years. We're gonna be all right because that's what we do.
OHIO, JD Vance got Ohio's back. I love Old State, man. Go ahead and support your own.
Bro. Forget Vance, bro. Now you like Ohio State.
Nah, I don't. But I'm giving y'all people support Old State all the time. OHIO, well, you got one.
All right.
See where that gets you.
Let's get into football a little bit real quick. So I wanted to kind of talk about who right now is your defensive player of the year?
The answer to most of the questions you're going to ask in this next segment is Lamar Jackson. But
the defensive player of the year,
Lamar Jackson.
Can I get a real answer?
I mean, Lamar Jackson, the way he's playing offense is keeping that defense off the field.
Oh my God.
It is. I'm watching incredible football week in and week out with this guy.
All right. I'm gonna go with JJ Watt. Not JJ Watt, TJ Watt. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with TJ. The way Pittsburgh's defense is playing, they're leading right now, the AFC North. I gotta go with TJ Watt. I would go with the kid, Trey Hendrickson. that's playing for the Pussycat Dolls down at downtown, but their defense is trash outside of him.
Yeah, you can't be
Outside of
beating
him,
player of the year. And your defense is
your defense is that
god-awful.
bad. But Buddy is balling. He's balling. So I will go with him, but TJ Watt would probably be my defensive player of the year.
I can go with TJ Watt.
Okay.
I can go with TJ Watt.
Now I get some sense.
I can go with TJ Watt. If you just for the sake of argument, so we don't agree and people think we just be agreeing on stuff.
They know we don't agree.
I do like this is gonna be out of left field. And this is just impact. Jesse Bates. What Jesse Bates is doing in Atlanta, man, that kid is making he had a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and an interception in the same game. Nobody's ever done that.
Okay, I you know what? I kind of like that. Bro. I kind of like that. What about defensive rookie of the year? Let's keep it on defense side of football. See, honestly, though, it was hard for me because I kind of don't. I feel like ain't nobody really sticking out this year.
The only and this isn't my answer isn't fair. It's the corner from the Steelers. But is he really that good, or is he just benefited because TJ Watt and Highsmith are playing at levels you rarely see from two people?
We got another. They drafted another corner this year. Besides Porter, I know they got Porter last year.
They got. I think his name is like Buddy. Like Buddy Baker, something silly. Like,
yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's playing really good football, real high quality football. And then Jared Verse quietly's having a decent season with the Rams.
He is. I actually know. Yep, I would go with him. I would go out. I would probably go him. Yeah, that's solid. What about let's go offensive player of the year before we go to MVP. Before we differ, I know we're gonna differ slightly on that.
Oh, Penei Sewell.
Bro, you just really want to do something with him.
Keep telling y'all, man.
He might. He's actually had a great year. I would probably go Jets.
Hey.
I would probably go Jets. I think Jets has been fantastic. He's making Sam Darnold look like a halfway decent quarterback. So, I'm gonna go Jets.
I can respect it. You know what? And I don't like the guy. Penei Sewell should be it, but you know they don't show Lyman no love because he's making that horrible quarterback look like something. But it's got to be a back, man. This the year of back. The backs are back.
You going Derrick Henry?
I'm not going Derrick Henry. Ooh. I want to go Derrick Henry. I'm going Saquon, man. Listen. The Eagles. I kept telling y'all the Eagles is my Super Bowl.
He's giving them a different dynamic, but I don't know if I can go Saquon.
He's been healthy. AJ Brown done missed time. Devontae Smith done missed time. Jalen Hurts missed both of them, but the constant has been Saquon. And I'm not a Saquon guy at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Derrick Henry will probably.
I would go Derrick Henry. Yeah, I would go Derrick Henry before I go Saquon. I mean, just because he's already at 1,000 yards, I think he's made the game a little easier for Lamar. Just because defenses now they got to pick their poison, completely pick their poison with Lamar. Giving Lamar a whole bunch of credit because he is cooking people in the air right now. He's doing something that I was hoping that I've been waiting for him to do consistently.
I don't know what y'all been waiting for. It's been here.
All right. So that leads us to the MVP. So
Lamar.
You going Lamar?
Lamar Demetrius Jackson. New Era 8. What else they call him?
I have no problem with you taking Lamar Jackson. I think he's obvious.
LJ.
One of the more obvious top choices. But for me, I'm gonna go Josh Allen. And I know you're gonna be mad at that. But
that's cool. It's just wrong. But Josh
are you gonna give Josh some credit to that?
Listen, He's not turning the
I gotta
ball
hear
over.
this. Okay.
He's not turning the ball over.
Okay.
Their OC actually gets it. Like, hey, bro, just hand the ball off. What is this hand the ball off, coach? It means you take the ball from your hand and hand it to the running back, and you just watch what happens. But I can't pad my stats that way. We don't need you to pad your stats.
There it is.
We just don't need
There
it.
it is. There it is.
Like,
I knew it. I knew you couldn't just get up with some credit, man. I knew you
like
wasn't
Josh,
gonna be able to do it.
like Josh
I
Allen.
knew you wasn't
Hey,
gonna be able
throw
to do
this
it.
check down. What's the
So
check
I'm
down,
gonna
coach?
go Josh Allen. I'm gonna go Josh Allen. He's got a career low in interception. As C already started talking about. But the fact of the matter is he lost probably his 2 top targets from last year. Is that fair to say? His 2 top receivers?
Yeah, the guy who made him.
Well, the guy who made him has no longer made him because Josh Allen is playing probably his best football in his career.
The stats don't say that, but they're
And
winning. That's
the stats I would say that. I mean, I think he's. Let me make sure I check. I believe Josh Allen is second or third passing. Yeah, he's at least top 5.
No,
He's
I
at
don't
least top
believe
5.
so. I don't believe so. Yeah, if he is, that'd be a shock to me. I don't think he is.
Hold on. I'll make sure I got this together.
But you know who number 1 is?
He's not the person you think is number 1 is not number 1.
Oh, I know who number 1 is.
Who's number 1?
70%.
Who's 70%?
Geno, bro.
No, Geno's not number 1.
Oh, he must have had a bad week last week.
No, actually, number 1 right now is Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield.
Oh, they played Monday. Yeah, he had a
Baker Mayfield has 23. Joe Burrow had his 5 touchdown game, so he's back in second. He's at number 20. He's at 20, tied with Lamar for second. And then Josh Allen has 17 with 4.
No, I'm talking about yards.
Oh, I was talking about touchdown. Hold on.
Yeah, yards. My God, number 1, man. Y'all be hating. They wrote me off.
I mean,
off, but he ain't right back.
I mean, he's all of that, and they talking about benching. So I mean, they talking about benching him.
You can bench him.
But Josh is still top 10 in yardage. He's top 10 in yardage. He's top 4 in passing touchdowns. I feel like he's having
but last year at the same point, he was number 1 in passing yards, number 1 in passing touchdowns. I think he was top 5 in rushing touchdowns. Like, he was just stat padding. Like, dude, we don't care. Win games.
He's giving you both. He's now giving you yards. He's giving you efficiency.
He's playing within
he's being efficient. He is the offense. Let's call it what it is. Josh Allen is the offense. Let's not do that.
Like he's doing what needs to be done to win the game. Nobody cares.
So
we got it. You got a big arm.
Let me ask you this. So what's the difference? So what's the difference between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen?
One of them will throw 18 times, get his 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, get the hell out of the game. The other one will throw 27 times, then run 14 times. Like, it's a huge difference.
But both of them are winning football games, right?
One of them actually consistently hands the ball off to his back. The other one thinks he is the back, the quarterback, his number one receiver.
Wait. Don't do that. Lamar, I'm pretty sure Lamar has ran the football a lot more than Josh has this year. I'm pretty sure he had. Don't do that.
His run and then pass attempts, Josh Allen, I know is ahead of Lamar if you do that combination.
I told you, you incapable of just giving credit.
I did give credit, but we're not about to act like dude
You don't.
Like dude don't just stat pad. We're not going. He doesn't now. He don't stat pad, and they're winning. Like that was my issue. When you trying to stat pad and you turn the ball over, you're not gonna you can win, but you ain't gonna win the big game. They have a better chance to win the Super Bowl now than they ever did, just because he's not stat padding.
Well, I would say Baltimore's got a better chance of winning right now because of the way Lamar's playing. He's elevated his game as a passer. So I think both of them have
His
made
passing has
adjustments.
been there, bro.
No. We not.
Like y'all just
We're not gonna do that.
We are gonna do that because
We're not gonna do that.
I'm big on weaponry, bro. You can't. I done told you about Bateman. You ain't listen. I
It's
told
been solid
Bateman ain't
this
the
year.
guy.
What are you talking about? Bateman has
Hey,
been
man.
solid this year.
What solid
Bateman
is
has
not
been
dropping
solid
wide
this
open
year.
passes.
He's been solid this year. He's on target to catch for 1,000 yards this year. What are we talking about here? He's having the best year of his career this year because he's healthy.
Playing, but come on, man.
He's healthy. I mean, I'm saying he's healthy.
All right, let's do this. A healthy Bengals receiving core. If Bateman was on that team, what number would he be?
He'd be third. He'd be third. We don't have Tyler Boyd anymore. He'd be third. You taking Yoshi Bosh over him? You really taking Yoshi? Oh my God! Get out of here, bro! Get out of here, bro! Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do that. You out your goddamn mind. That
Man,
kid barely gets separate. That kid barely gets separation, bro. Yoshi Bosh, he barely gets separation, bro.
Bateman will get plenty of separation and just drop the ball. Or won't get 2 feet now.
You telling me
come on now. We can pull up Bateman highlights. Bateman lost that game versus Cleveland.
He's balled this year.
We can pull up the game versus Cleveland where he
but he still got a whole bunch of other games that he's played well. He's at 447 yards and we still 447 yards and we still got 8 games. He's on pace to potentially get 1,000 yards.
Yeah, but Zay Flowers got that in 2 weeks.
He's not Zay. He's not Zay. Zay is that dude who you kind of underrated him too. Zay's that guy. Zay's that guy.
No, Zay is great.
That guy.
Zay's just he's not a one. He's not that 6'2".
He's not showing that he's one. So you got to be 6'2" to be a one.
6'2", 200
So you got to be 6'2" to be a one.
And I ain't say all that now.
Okay, so why are you bringing that up?
He ain't got the body of a one. He
can,
you know.
You don't have to. You ever heard of Steve Smith?
Yeah.
Right. It's a bad boy right there. My favorite receiver of all time. So you ain't about to disrespect guys who ain't 6'2". The Napoleon complex is coming out right now. So don't do
but
that.
I'm just like you. I would prefer 6'2", 6'1", 6'3", 200 pound, like a guy who can go up and go get it. You know.
I just seen Zay Moss a couple guys, bro. You underrating Zay Flowers, bro.
I'm not
underrating that.
Zay Flowers is a great player. He's one of my favorite receivers in the league. But I can name a few teams he wouldn't be the number one receiver on.
Okay, I'll give you that. Absolutely, I'll give you that. There's a couple of guys who are number one receivers who I would say won't be number one receivers elsewhere.
Like you're not about to make it seem like I'm disrespecting Zay Flowers now.
You are disrespecting Zay Flowers just because you have.
First of all, I wanted him for my own team in the draft, so we're not about to do that. we not about to do that.
I'm just saying, bro.
But we also not about to hype up Rashad Bateman.
I'm just saying he's been a good number 2 for them this year. In a year where Mark Andrews hasn't been necessarily Mark Andrews every week, Bateman has filled in fairly well as a number 2.
He filled in so well that they had to go out and trade for another receiver, huh? Yeah, got it.
Who wouldn't trade for another receiver if you need the weapons?
If you got a 1,000-yard guy.
What you mean if you got another 1,000-yard guy?
So we know Zay's a 1,000-yard guy, but if you got 2,000-yard guys, why would you go get a third receiver?
It makes the game easier on your quarterback, bro.
You still got Nelson Aguilar, bro. They don't have a 2.
Don't you Don't you dare bring up Delta. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't you dare.
But they don't have they didn't have a 2. They needed a 2.
Rashad been the 2.
And it
He
ain't,
been the 2.
and it ain't that, and that's why they went to go get a real 2. So they can win this thing.
You do realize he got more yards than was it Johnson? Did they win the guy went and got?
Yeah, he was in Keep Pounding Panthers.
So
I'd probably have yards.
Andy Dalton was throwing that ball to him. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, that tells me a lot.
I'm
That's
just saying he's been better. Rashad's been better than him this year. He's been better.
Yeah, with that stink pot throwing you the ball, you shouldn't have yards. Like, what are we talking about here?
But hold on. I distinctly remember you saying Bryce Young didn't have no receivers around. But now you saying, oh, he had this kid around. Come on, man. It can't be both ways.
Okay, first of all, Bryce Young, this is his second year. He didn't have Johnson last year.
He had him this year and he got benched. He had him this year and got benched. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. So he ain't who you think he is.
Oh, no, Bryce is who I think he is.
Matter of fact, he's been moved twice in the last 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. He went to Carolina in free agency, and now he just got traded again. So 2 organizations didn't want him.
Did they not want him because of his talent, or did they not want him for the same reason that he slipped in the draft because of his attitude?
Whatever. All of that goes into being a good receiver, correct?
But that's why I don't like receivers. Like, I don't like receivers because they all had an attitude. Like, I can't stand that.
Whatever, bro.
But no, his attitude, his talent is there. It's the attitude.
It's sometimes he got himself a little bit of a highlight reel too of him not giving effort. So don't do that.
I mean, you the one who hate Pickens because of his attitude.
So why you bring that? But they got a problem in Pittsburgh with receivers and their attitudes. I'm glad
we know this. Juju,
it's one of the bad things. The conundrums around Mike Tomlin.
He drafts the highly talented receivers with nothing but head case. I don't even know poor behavior. I don't even know what to call it. Just
I gotta ask you something, bro. Since we on Mike Tomlin real quick. I gotta ask you something. So this comment, I saw this comment made. I ain't gonna say who said it, but I mess with Mike Tomlin heavy. But it was said that Mike Tomlin is the best active coach in the NFL right now. You agree with that?
He's one of the best. He's the most tenured.
You're talking about the best. Period.
That's
with no Bill Belichick being in the league. With no Bill Belichick being in the league, he's the best coach in the NFL right now.
He's the best motivator, game manager. X's and O's, that's no. But if you put a combination, if you do like a combination of 3, game managing, motivating, and X's and O's, he would probably be the best coach.
You would put him as the best coach. So you have him over Andy Reid. It's crazy. That's insane. That's insane.
Again,
that's insane, bro. You want to rethink that real quick?
But you making it seem like I'm hating on it. First of all, Andy Reid is the reason why your boy.
Don't
half and half got.
Don't
half and half got 2, 3 rings, whatever.
Here we go.
So,
all right,
he is almost the sole reason. Half and half got, or Kermit the Frog got 3 rings.
Can we stop that? I want the half and half comment does not reflect this podcast.
My
I'm
bad.
just gonna put that out there.
My bad, Kermit the Frog.
Now, Andy Reid ain't nobody hating on Tomlin. I mess with Tomlin heavy, but I do believe Andy Reid is that guy. He's shown he's that guy. How are you elevating him over Andy Reid? As I don't understand.
Well, for the simple fact, Kermit does have some talent, so I'll give him that.
I mean, but Tomlin did have Big Ben
But I'm talking.
for
Tomlin
a
was
decent
4-1.
amount of his prime, right?
Tomlin was 4-1 this year
With what?
before the number one quarterback stepped on the field.
Okay.
They won 4 out of 5 games with a gadget guy.
See, that's
Running the
you
offense.
that's you underrating Justin Fields. I'm not giving you that. Whatever, bro.
It's not
Anyway.
an underrating. It's
No,
what it is.
no, but
it is what it
changed.
is.
You could be not now. No, I'm not even going. You underrating Justin.
But
All right.
Andy Reid is smart enough to know, like, hey, I don't know nothing about defense, and I don't know nothing about the actual game managing part. So he was smart enough to get Spags. So again, you give credit for that. But who's Tomlin's DC? Who's his OC? Nobody's really.
Yeah, but it's still those are still guys he's been put in there, and that that offense has been criticized heavily for years with how vanilla it is, with how trash it is. So that falls on Tomlin, does it not?
Never losing record.
But that falls on him, though, right? How vanilla that offense is, and those
he hasn't
issues.
now he has not picked the right OC.
Okay, so that's part of being a head coach, correct?
But
It's
even
getting the
with
right
the
guys in
vanilla
the room.
offense, they go into the postseason
Every year. Not
every single year.
No, not every year.
Not well, they don't have a losing record.
They don't have a losing record, but that's great and all. But we also have to critique the fact that you have had struggles in offense that directly come from your job. I know it's kind of like sacrilegious to to critique Mike Tomlin because he is a great coach. Right now, I have him as probably second or third as far as coaches in the league right now.
Who would be third? I mean, who would be second if he's third?
You really gonna make me do this?
Yeah.
There's a guy in his division that's questionable. That's because I questionably kind of put right around his level.
Oh, Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Oh.
The guy does a hell of a job, does he not?
I'm not disrespecting Harbaugh. Listen. If I'm a Harbaugh guy.
Okay, then that's what I'm saying. I mean,
I can't put him over Tomlin.
I would take Tomlin over him, but I think it's a discussion. I think you can have a discussion between him and Tomlin. I think it's worth a discussion.
Now the Harbaughs, what I like about them most, they put the correct people around them. So that's okay. I'm a fan of that.
Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Now, since we on the topic, real quick, who's coach of the year? Who's your coach of the year?
It would be Andy right now because you're undefeated. Right now, it would be Andy. Based off of the fact that Pat's not playing at his best, nowhere near, which is the scary part about it, and you're still undefeated. And it's not like they've had a cake schedule. You played Baltimore, you played Cincinnati, played some pretty good football teams. So
the team that's 1-4 at home.
I mean, they play them tough every year, bro. I'll give them credit for that.
I mean, the team that lost to the Patriots.
Yeah, I will give them credit for that. Stop. For once, I'm not gonna bash them right now.
I'm not bashing nobody. So my coach of the year has nothing to do with either team, so I'm not bashing nobody.
So it would either be him or Washington's head coach.
That my answer was Dan Quinn.
Yep.
Like, bro, you 7-2 with a rookie QB. Franchise has been bottom feeders for 10 years or so. Come on, man.
It goes to show you what happens when you go out and get offensive linemen for your young quarterback.
No, it goes to show you when you get that guy at quarterback and let him cook. You know, baby him
I'm
and
just
oh my God, he might get.
nah,
Oh my
dog.
God,
What
he
I
might get hurt. Oh my God,
I
let's
mean,
baby
but
him so he
hold on,
doesn't
hold on,
get hurt.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Wasn't Drake just in, not to get off topic, but wasn't Drake just in concussion protocol last week?
For a late hit, it was a late hit
He was just in concussion protocol, right?
for a late hit.
I don't care when it was for when he was in concussion protocol, right?
We're gonna do that. Well, Jaden
I'm
Daniels
just
missed a game. Jaden Daniels did miss a game.
okay.
Drake May did
Okay.
not miss a game for injury.
No, actually, Jaden he didn't miss a game. He played.
No, he
I think he
missed a
played every
game.
game. He went out in a game and
No,
then came back the next week.
look it up. Mariota won that game.
Can Mariota win? The game where he went out early in the game?
No, the game after. He took a week off.
I don't remember him taking a week off. Not for them ribs.
Yeah.
I don't remember him taking a week off for them ribs.
He
But-
took a week off and came back and started cooking again.
But to be fair, but like I said, but not to get off. But like you said, Washington. I believe it's between Dan Quinn and Andy Reid.
And is Dan Campbell's another one. He's a Mike Tomlin. He's not a X's and O's guy, but he's a Harbaugh. I'll say that. He puts the right people around him.
He knows how to motivate. He's a motivational coach. So I mean, I'm with that. Why is it that are you on this train too? Where you bash what's Philly's head coach Sirianni? Why do people not like Sirianni?
Slick Nick, I don't get it.
Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand it, and it's almost like they harp on the fact that he doesn't have a specialty either. Like he's not an offensive guy. He's not an offensive play caller. He's not a defensive play caller. As if that's what you got to do to be a head coach. But then you got guys like Mike Tomlin who don't call plays. You got Harbaugh who don't call plays.
John Harbaugh, who came from a special teams coordinator.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Like what? Now, mind you, I do believe he was tripping on Sunday, not taking some of those extra points. But I believe they just nitpick with Sirianni. I don't get it. Guy's been to a Super Bowl. Like he puts good coaches around him, except for last season. His team is playing well. I don't understand. I saw one show where they were saying, well, the team is making him, the team is not playing well, and they're playing in spite of him. Like, wait a minute. Like the head coach directly has something to do with how your team plays, correct? You guys' game plan and everything, all of that goes through that. So I don't understand this issue with Sirianni. Like he's doing what he's supposed to do.
So my cousin is a huge Eagles fan. He's not mad at Sirianni, but his Eagles chat people, they like, he's got to go. We need a new coach, this and that. I'm like, guys, Slick Nick is managing what y'all got going on.
Yeah, and he's doing it well. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's something going on in the locker room I don't know about. Because I know it was rumored that he and Jalen Hurts didn't like each other or something. But other than that, I don't know. I don't think he's done a pretty good job. He doesn't have a losing season.
Well, if I'm Jalen Hurts, I probably wouldn't like him either because I'm down. I got two big time receivers and we still throwing the ball 40 times a game. Like, bro, can we just run the ball till they get back healthy? Like, Slick Nick could have said something.
I'm about to say he's not calling plays, so.
But he could have said something like, hey, man, it's like, just run the ball.
He's not calling plays.
No, he's not.
So who you got? Before we get off here, how you think tomorrow night's game?
Man, I'm going to post in the group tomorrow. I'm betting, man. Juice got me. MVP got me. He showed does.
This season is over if they lose tomorrow. I mean, we kind of we.
I mean, they're not going to the postseason. The true sign of desperation. They made a trade in season. They're truly desperate.
Which they never do.
They're truly desperate, and then they don't trade the person they should have traded.
Ooh.
They get a below average back in return when they should have got some value for the guy who's about to walk this offseason.
No, I think they did well by with T.
Yeah, because
I personally.
But you want them to get hurt by this, so they get no value for a true number one receiver, and just walking in free agency. That's me realistically as an unbiased person. That
No,
was stupid.
no. To be fair though,
You-
to be fair though,
The
to be
season's
fair,
over.
to be fair, what exactly would you get for T. Higgins that would satisfy you at this point? Because obviously he's a free agent. So who's coming up?
So
Who's coming off
regardless of
a haul for him for right now? That's my question.
what is a haul, you could have got a third for him.
I mean, you can get that in a comp pick. They're gonna get that. They're gonna get that anyway because they tagged.
Like, but it could be a fourth at this point. We don't even know. But you got to get something. Like you about to just let him sit there and let him walk, and then you got to go on the comp pick.
It's the Bengals we're talking about. It's the Bengals we're talking about. And
This is what I'm saying.
I heard he was
I'm trying
doubtful
to
for tomorrow. I heard he was doubtful for tomorrow too, which I'm shocked by.
Listen, if I'm him, I got an ingrown finger now. Now I'm out. Shoulder. I hurt my shoulder picking out the ingrown finger.
I still think he has to play, bro. To an
what?
extent. To an extent,
Why?
because you don't want that label to come for you for being injury prone. You don't want that label. Like I think you still want to play at least 11 to 12 games this year if you can. You want to be available.
The thing about the injury prone thing, yeah, it happens, but Debo got paid, Odell got paid, Saquon got paid. These guys are injury prone. If you want to, Joe Burrow.
But I mean,
all guys who are injury prone
to get the money that he wants, though. To get the money he wants, I think he still has to be at least there. He's got to bet the best ability is availability.
Well, when he's available, the Bengals they have a 75% win percentage with him on the field. It dips to under 50% when he's not on the field. So, hey man, you ain't got to. My availability is we win when I'm on the field, bro. Pay me. Debo Samuel the same way. Hey man, regardless of y'all think I'm injury prone or I'm not a true receiver. Hey man, pay me. I win when I'm on the field.
I think Debo is probably on the move this. He might be on the move this summer too, quietly.
Cool, and that's goofy on their part.
I mean, I think it is, but you got to pay Brock. Brock's in contract. He can start contract talks this year.
I was talking to my buddy. I said after his rookie season they should have paid Brock.
I don't think you can make those. I don't think you can enter in a contract talks at that time. I think you got to wait
this past summer.
Because I think I want to say you got to wait until your third season. I want to say.
Which I said I would have got that buzz in his ear. He would have been signed this year. Because I would have tried to get it before this Dak deal. Because now $260 for Dak, man. I like Brock, but you looking at least $275 for Brock Purdy, man. Gone.
Well, how much was Brock? How much was Brock in guaranteed?
Who?
In guaranteed money. How much was this guaranteed money? You remember?
For Dak?
Yeah.
Dak, I think Dak's $200 million. 242.
No, it was around Deshaun's money, if I remember correctly. His guarantee was around what Deshaun got in guarantees.
But again, this is why I'm not an NFL GM, because I keep telling y'all, for a 54-man roster, I'm not paying one person $200 million. You can walk, and I'll draft someone else.
We get it.
You can walk.
We get it.
Walk, and I'll draft someone else.
If I have a guy,
there's no guy. There's one guy right now.
There's a couple guys.
No,
there's a couple guys.
It's two.
And I wanted to revisit this. There's a couple guys.
It's only two.
There's a couple guys to me. There's obviously Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson has definitely shown he's a guy.
And that's it.
I would also go with CJ Stroud. I think CJ Stroud is a guy.
No.
Josh Allen is starting to come into that category to me as well.
So so just again, I like to give myself my credit that I'm due. I did tell y'all last year that the Texans were making the playoffs because of Stroud, but
no. No, bro, you do realize we got this on video, right?
Yes, and I said the Texans are going to the playoffs, and y'all was like, "You tripping?"
You didn't say it was because of CJ. You bigged up the head coach.
Yeah,
Which you're right for. You're right for, but I'm not about to let you misspeak like that though.
But again,
I'm not about to
I
let you
saw the
misspeak
talent
like
with CJ, but I'm not giving CJ that money because I just saw him last Thursday stink it up without his weapon. You got to be
that.
MVP or
He had one bad game.
Yeah, but that was the only game he didn't have his weapons. But I'm not here to bash CJ.
He's
Stroud,
not had Nico for a while, bro.
but he still had Diggs.
Stephon ain't been Stephon this year. Don't do that. Stephon has struggled this year.
The point is to give you $200 million, you got to give me an MVP or a ring. If you ain't got one of those, we not starting.
Technically, he could have been a league MVP last year. Technically,
who?
CJ Stroud.
Did Lamar not?
He was in that conversation. He was in that conversation last year.
The conversation was Lamar should have been unanimous last year. That was the only conversation I was having.
Don't do that. No. He almost won that by default last year. Like, if you really want
it should have been unanimous last year. I don't know what people were looking at.
No. Ain't no unanimous last year, bro. It wasn't no unanimous.
And it's unanimous this year again.
Don't do that. His numbers weren't that good last year. Don't do that. There was a lot of bad quarterback play last year. That's what helped Lamar Jackson out.
It's a lot of bad quarterback play every year because you give somebody $200 million, they're not going to have the same hunger. Like, what? Yeah, these owners are billionaires. Give a quarterback $200 million, bro. The two are not related.
It's not nothing to do with hunger. It's
half hunger, half 7-on-7 QBs. I kept telling you. I've been saying the same thing the entire time.
No, it's you give a quarterback money, you lose what's around. Typically, is when you pay your quarterback, you lose what made the team very good.
Well, yeah, but
guys outperform their contract. That's normal.
But these guys aren't $200 million guys to begin with because of their 7-on-7 guys.
No. I completely disagree with that.
That's fine. You looking at it right now for your college team. When your quarterback stinks because of their trained 7-on-7 guys. I'm about to lose out on a natty because I have a trained 7-on-7 guy out here choking it away in the SEC, and we had his all-time great defense.
Your quarterback, y'all just always have bad quarterback. I mean, suspect.
We've never chose the right quarterback. That's Kirby's biggest flaw. He will not choose the right quarterback.
It is what it is.
But it's bad quarterback play because there's just bad quarterbacks. I'm not giving somebody $200 million to be average. Y'all okay with Trevor Lawrence getting $275 million? Man, y'all gotta beat it. Just beat it, bro.
I didn't say that.
Because at some point he can't be potential. He has to be a player. And I'm a Herbert guy. I want to pay Herbert. I can't pay guys without a reason to pay them.
Sell tickets, brother. TV contract. There's more than just winning on a football field that gets a quarterback paid. More than that. There's revenue that there's revenue that those guys bring to a franchise.
That's why I'm not an NFL GM, because what I would have done, you need a new contract? Cool. You can walk. Someone else sign you. We're gonna take a year off.
You do
Next
realize
year
how hard it is.
Quarterback.
No, it's too hard to find a quarterback in today's world, bro. You just said it. Hold on.
All the quarterbacks.
You just said, but you just said it was a whole bunch of bad quarterbacks, and then you sit up there and say, "I'll let a good quarterback just walk." That's crazy.
It's not crazy.
That's crazy to me.
It's not crazy. I'm getting a guy on a rookie deal, so I can load him up with weaponry around him,
which potentially could be a Mac Jones.
Mac Jones didn't make the playoffs as a rookie.
Don't piss me off.
Don't piss me off. These are the facts.
Don't piss me off.
Like, the Raiders had a flawless plan, and they're not going to execute it now.
What was the plan?
Last year was their tank year.
Okay.
This year they should get Shador. They would have had Devontae Adams. They got cash to get one more receiver, and they have a good, talented roster. Gardner Minshew just to fill in. Got a great plan. Let Carr walk. Who cares? We'll get another one.
Devontae's gonna be a year older, so it's like they was gonna have to move on from him anyway.
No, his diva made them move on, but he didn't have to. Like you, it's okay to let people walk. Like it's okay. You can draft
They
another
let
quarterback.
Devontae go. You could draft it. It's easier to well. If you're not the New England Patriots, it's easy for you to draft a receiver. It's very easy. We're the only team that
Yeah.
just does not seem to know how to draft receivers.
No, we
'Cause-
do know how to draft receivers. We had this method of not wanting to.
No,
I'm gonna leave it alone.
no.
I'm gonna leave it alone. We had the guys on the board, and then we get to the point where, like, we had Pickens on our board, and then took them off because of attitude.
What has
That's
happened?
stupid.
Just real quick, and then we're gonna get off. What's happened to Polk? Like I don't understand what happened between training camp, preseason, to the regular season. I don't get it.
I do. It's very simple.
What?
So
I have a theory.
he's getting number one targets with Drake May because
No,
he's getting a lot of love from Drake May because
no,
they
he's
came
not.
up
He's not. His targets are down right now.
when he was Drake was now
That's one game.
my guy
That one game.
Draco was looking at it because he's comfortable with him because he had him all preseason. He had him all training camp.
One game.
They rookies
That
that
one
came up
game.
together.
That one game, yeah. That he couldn't
But
catch
he
a pass.
stunk it up. So Polk was looked at as a number one. He's not a number one. He wasn't a number one in college. He wasn't. I don't damn near don't think he was a one in high school. He's a two. But we trying to force him to be a one. He's not that guy.
Well, I don't even think where he's even being forced to be a one here.
He got too much attention. He needs a fly under. He's a fly under the radar type receiver.
I think Hunter Henry is getting the most attention right now. Personally,
duh. But
yeah, which is why I say Polk. He's getting one-on-one coverage. There's no reason for him not to be able to catch fucking passes. He's just dropping shit.
Because he's got the Amari Cooper syndrome. Amari Cooper thrives best when nobody's paying him no attention. He's just flying under the radar.
Well, like I said, my theory is I feel like we got a first-year receiving coach that I don't think he gets the pulse of how to coach receivers. Because KJ Osborne is another guy who I was somewhat excited about. Didn't think he was gonna be a number one receiver, but based off of what he did in Minnesota, I expect a much better return on him to at least be somewhat productive. He's been trash.
He doesn't have Justin Jefferson. He's not the guy.
But it's not like he's drawing a ton of attention. Like, buddy, he should be playing a lot better.
Who's gonna draw attention to KJ Osborne? Like, he's KJ Osborne, bro.
Exactly. So why aren't you able to get any type of separation? None. You're not seeing a number one corner.
Our receiver core should be this. Baker should be our number one. Kayshon Boutte should be our two, and Pop should be in the slot. That should be our receiving core. Then these other guys come in. We're not doing that right now.
I just want you to realize it. You just said two of our top three guys were undrafted. It should be two of our top receivers.
No,
it's just about yes. Pop went undrafted, bro.
No, he wasn't.
Boutte went undrafted. No, both of them went undrafted.
They were 6th-round picks.
Nah, come on, man. I believe Kayshon Boutte and I definitely know Pop was undrafted.
6th-round picks, bro.
Hold on. I gotta look this up.
6th-round picks, bro. Come on, man. I'm the Pats fan. You the emotional Pats fan.
Don't do that.
Guys, I've made him look up a lot of stuff today that I've been right on. It's
No,
crazy.
you ain't been right. You ain't been right on it for sure. But you're right on this though.
I know.
You're right on this. Both of them are 6th-round picks. But no,
Who cares? Puka was a 6th-round pick.
nah, bro. Booty has been decent. Let's not make it seem like he's a world beat. Pop has actually underperformed from what I expected. I expected Pop to eat. He's not been eating at the rate that I thought he was going to eat.
Because nobody fears Polk or KJ Osborne. So you get attention on you.
I ain't trying to hear that, bro. So everybody's getting attention. Now Polk's getting attention. Pop's getting attention. Like everybody's getting attention.
All I know is you didn't want to play Draco. Now all of a sudden,
I still want to play Draco.
And now you don't want to. Now you don't want to play it because he might get hurt. He might get a boot.
Come on, man. I would love for them to say. I would love for them for Gerard Mayo to come out today and say, you know what? I've seen enough. Jacoby, get your ass back in there.
What does that mean? I've seen enough. That's gonna kill the kid's confidence.
I've seen enough. You're our quarterback long term.
No,
let's get you healthy.
That's not how that works.
You learn from the sideline.
No, what are you learning on the sideline?
We keep you healthy. Brissett, you take us home. That's what I would love for us. But again,
that's a silly strategy.
We've already come to the conclusion that we don't think the same. That's fine. I'm not about to work.
You not because you keep using this Tom Brady logic. Now the GOAT was wrong on this one, and it's okay.
Whatever. We can agree to disagree. We're not even about to go down this road because I know where it leads.
Listen, was the GOAT right about college quarterbacks not being in the program and things? Yes. Was the GOAT right about people needing to sit down? No. I'm not about to sit down and learn from the play of Jacoby Brisket sandwich. I'm not learning. He's a journeyman.
Can I say
Tom
one thing?
had Drew Bledsoe.
I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna say one thing and then I'm gonna let it go. We both kind of said who the best quarterbacks are, right? Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. Both of them sat pretty much their first year, right? Lamar played 6 games his first year?
8.
Okay. So, but both of them sat. They got a chance to learn.
Drake sat.
They got a chance to learn. That's all I'm gonna say.
Drake sat.
There's value in sitting your ass on the bench and learn.
Context. I am a person of contact. Who did Lamar sit behind? A Super Bowl champion.
That was on the downside of his career. They got rid of him.
A Super Bowl champion. You can learn from that. Who did Mahomes sit behind?
Brissett has a Super Bowl. Brissett has a Super Bowl.
Yeah, as a clipboard holder.
As a clipboard holder. Yeah, but he has a clipboard holder. No, as a clipboard. He has one. He has one. Let's see. Yeah.
Who did Mahomes sit behind?
Alex Smith.
A number one overall pick.
A game manager.
A number one overall pick.
A game manager.
A number one overall pick with a solid career till injury. Like, I can sit behind those guys. I'm not sitting behind Brisket sandwich who's been on 7 teams in 7 years.
Jacoby has a lot of knowledge, brother. A
lot. Yeah, he probably does. He has a lot. He had a lot of time to read books while Tom Brady was cooking.
He has a lot of football knowledge, brother.
He probably went back and got a second degree.
A lot of football knowledge. He has a lot of football knowledge, my guy. You can learn a lot from Jacoby Brissett.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
You can learn how to put on all that.
You know how I know? You know how I know? You know how I know? How many elite players do you know that are coaches right now?
Elite players don't make good coaches.
But guys who played in the league, they know how to play the fucking game. They just can't execute it as well as elite players do. You know how to play the game. They can teach it to you.
He's not coaching.
He can definitely give you lessons.
We're watching.
He can definitely give you the game. Give you the game.
We're watching him. Like I'm not about to like. Man, so this
give him the game.
This is what we do: stand here, hold the ball, and then throw it to make sure it's not an interception, or let me not try to push it downfield. Yeah, that'll work. Don't push the ball downfield at all. Don't try it at all.
No, but you can learn though. You can learn how to be a professional, and that's what
No.
Drake needs to continue to learn.
No.
Because he even said I've got to learn how to be patient and learn how to take my how to pick my spots, so to speak. Based off
only
of
thing Draco needs to learn is he listened to that headset. Alex Van Pelt called that BS. Nah, we checking out of that. We done done. I've seen enough screens. We're done. 4 verts, bro.
you don't
We
have
run a 4 verts.
You don't have an offensive line to run 4 verts.
Do it.
No offensive line.
Do it.
Bye, bro. Bye. Guys,
Do
we will
it.
be back on Sunday. We're gonna give you some high school football takes. Talk about the season. Also preview some of the games on Sunday. Hopefully we'll have L back to kind of chop it up with us. I think we also gonna have maybe one other coach on. So look forward to that. And just we thank y'all for being down with us. You got anything to say, bro?
Hey man, your life was the same yesterday as it was today. This is what we do as Black people. We get through stuff, we adapt, we figure it out. Also, stay safe out here regardless. And then good luck to all the high school players still in the city playing. And just again, we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all.
All right, peace.
When it's like green and my shorts like gray. Try to play. They would say, oh, hand me a drink now. So it's